We used to have a bench here in this hallway, but it went away to college, and that's fine. The bench was from IKEA, so it was never part of a long-term plan for this space. I always wanted something a little more robust and something that I built, but the problem was I never got around to it. But since the bench went away to college, that kind of forced me to get around to it. When we were having this house built, we came over almost every day. I just wanted to check on progress, and I also wanted to jump in the dumpster and see what treasures I could find. And that's where I got these engineered beam offcuts. These things are like 1.75 inches thick and 16 inches across. These things are basically really dense plywood. I think I counted like 16 layers across here. And they can hold up a whole house. And if they can hold up a house, they can hold up me. I've come out to the shop like 3 different days to try and start this project. And it seems like it should be straightforward. It's a bench. Cut some pieces, slap them together, you make a bench. But I want to challenge myself. I want to do dovetails on the ends. And I've never done dovetails before, so I keep checking it out. I find ways to procrastinate. I mean, look at this. The other day, I did a procrastination project. I made a French cleat phone holder. I spent like half a day making all these little... I need to stop procrastinating and just do it. I need to get over the fear of dovetails and just do it. So let's just do it. This is construction stuff, so there's a lot of staples in here that I got to deal with, I got to contend with. Must have missed a staple. Got a little sparky over here. Gonna make a 5-foot bench. And that's a 5-foot piece. I guess nothing left but to dovetail it. Hey, did you see this? I upgraded one of my pencil holders to a bigger can, and I painted it yellow, so I can hold more pencils. That's another procrastination project. That's right, I made a paper template. You know what's really gonna bake your noodle? I did it in InDesign. I made this template in InDesign instead of Illustrator. I mean, I don't know, it's what I was in at the time, and so I just rolled with it. If you don't know what InDesign is, usually that's what people use to lay out like books, magazines, maybe typeset some ads, or make flyers, postcards, things like that, business cards. It's not really for this. But hey, I just want to reinforce the fact that I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. I bet there's some people out there just cringing at my severe lack of technique right now. But that's how you learn. Sometimes you gotta do it the wrong way before you'll even consider the right way. Look at that. I mean, that's technically like the first piece of a dovetail. The bargain basement coping saw is going to go through this. I mean, I can try, but nope. I mean, I'd be here forever. Yeah, this is jigsaw territory. That will require some tidying up. Would you look at that? I think I did pretty good. They're not perfect, but I'm happy. Remove, remove, remove. No, wait, that's totally wrong. Whew, I'm glad I looked. I'm not supposed to remove that. I'm supposed to remove that, that, and that. Also, have you noticed that erasers are basically crap these days? That's what comes out. Whew, dodged one there. These aren't the greatest dovetails that ever existed, but they go together. They look right with some glue and a little sawdust filler magic. I'm gonna be just fine. These are like the 16 wide boards. I also have these, and they are 11 3/4. These are going to rest something like right here. Like a stretcher and a shelf, because a lot of shoes live right inside our front door, and that's where this is going. So this is the shelf piece right here. And I'm going to create like a tenon on this end. That's going to sit in this piece right here. This is just the scrap I had. I haven't cut it at all. This is going to, there's some for my tenon on this end. And down here, look at that. There's some for the tenon right there. It was fate. It was meant to be that this is the piece. So I'm just going to make some tenons on this. And hopefully I can get to the glue up tonight. Maybe tomorrow. I'm running behind schedule. I had to cut the grass. Yet another way to procrastinate. I had to cut the grass. Gonna do some freehand routing to make a mortise for the tenon. This glue up, it's gonna stress me out.
I am good.
So I got that piece there. I got that piece there. Boy, that's heavy. Okay, got that there. I think for the most part it's good. I gotta go get a damp towel and wipe this thing off. And also, since we're here, I was kind of expecting everything to look like this. Have this, I don't know, kind of neat appearance, this neat wood grain thing going on. Yep, that's what I was hoping for. Instead, it came from a dumpster at a construction site, so I shouldn't be surprised to find construction quality pine plywood underneath all the filth and muck. That's enough for today. I'm gonna let the glue dry overnight. I'm gonna go get some Thai food. See you tomorrow. Oh yeah, whoa, that's a heavy boy. Whoa, boy, that's heavy. Oh. These dovetails are not perfect. I think they're more like, they're kind of a representation of what a dovetail might look like. Ow. Gonna have to work on that. I don't know if I should try and fill these with little thin wafers or slices, or if I should just pack them full of sawdust and glue. Look at that. I made a wafer, and if I drop that in there, it's a pretty good fit, and it fills it. That side over there was pretty good. This end, I got a little sloppy. Maybe I did this one first and, went to school here and got better down there. Or, went to kindergarten here and made it to first grade down on that end. But I'll patch it up when this gets stained. Hopefully a lot of these imperfections will fade into the background. And because this is what I assume is pine, I gotta put some pre-stain conditioner on there to minimize my splotchiness. Between you and me, I'm a little bit worried I'm not gonna like it when it's done. I'm worried it's gonna look like it belongs in a cabin up in Minnesota. And one solution, I guess, would be to go buy a cabin up in Minnesota, but that's not really in the budget. So if I don't love it, maybe I sell it. I don't know. Or maybe I'll love it. Maybe I'll be all done and I'll be like, dang, Brad, you did something here. Man, I like these layered edges though. I like those. I like them a lot. That's the part that's gonna make me want to keep this. I also just like the simplicity of the big, bulky design. Let's see what aged barrel looks like on here. I figured it was a safe bet because I am a fan of things aged in barrels, such as bourbon or stout. Hell, this straight up looks blue. I think I need to apply this with a rag rather than a brush. It's going on a little heavy with the brush. I think we're gonna be okay with this though. It's kind of dark. That's what we're going for. I don't think any amount of pre-stain conditioner can prevent construction grade plywood from looking like construction grade plywood. Looks like a zebra and a cheetah got it on and had a zeta or a chibra. My wife originally said stain it black, and I was like, no, I don't want to stain it black. I want to be able to see all this dovetail stuff I did here. But I don't want to see this. So I think I'm going to stain it black because I don't want to see this. So I'm going to finish putting this coat on. I'll have her come out and get a second opinion that's probably going to say, yeah, stain it black. And then I'll come back and you'll see me staining it black. Oh, hi there. You might notice that I'm staining this black now. Yep. I didn't like it. My wife didn't like it. I had my art student kid come out and look at it. And as soon as they walked in the door and saw it, they went, ooh. And then said, yeah, the cool gray doesn't go with the orange. And then they went, ooh, again. So, hey, here we are. Staining it black. When my wife walked in, she went, nope. 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 Still got a lot of that orange coming through. Man. I guess the next step is I just paint the damn thing. This bench. I was hesitant to start it because of those big chunky dovetails. And then once I hit this stain problem, I just put the pause on it again. It's been like 2 weeks since I've done anything. Because this stain looks like crap. I wanted black. And that gray that I originally bought gave me that. Then I switched to black stain. And I kind of got this look here, which kind of works, but you can kind of see the plywood happening. I don't like that. And then I figured out what the problem was. You can't just stain this wood the way we usually do by wiping it on and wipe it off. You have to stain this wood. You got to put it on thick and you got to let it soak in. That's what I did up here. And this is more of what I was going for. That rich black where some of the wood grain still shows through. You can tell that you're dealing with a handmade wooden product, but it's rich black. Not this. Now I gotta really stain this thing. I gotta stain this thing. Kind of digging it. This is also that rich black I was looking for. Just a real saturated, dense, heavy black that still shows the character of the wood. I think I'm on the right path. I do several thin coats. Many thin coats. Like 5. Let's do 5 coats. I say that now, but I'm gonna get bored after like 2 coats. Look at that shine. Smooth baby. Gotta put some of this fuzzy felt stuff on the feet so it doesn't scuff up the floor. And then carry this beast in the house. So after all that procrastination over these dovetails that you can't even see, was it worth it? Sure, because now I have a bench in the hallway and it's cat approved. I'm not afraid of dovetails anymore. I'm not gonna rush right out and do them again, but at least the intimidation is gone. Thanks for hanging out with me on this build, and catch me next time when I'm gonna make. As far as I can tell, these things are basically just like, oh, that big white whisker looks like a bugger. Should do some grooming. I want to try and do box joints on the ends. No, that's a lie. Not box joints. Doing. So after all that, you can't even see the dovetails. You can see my cat, he approves.